Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the Chiefs at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
It's crunch time on the court, and the NBA playoffs are your chance to score big. Whether you're riding with favorites or cheering on the underdog, every three-pointer, dunk, buzzer beater is an opportunity to win at MyBookie. Place your bets live as the action unfolds. Feeling confident? Lock in your winnings early with our quick cash-out option. Never miss a chance to turn your basketball insights into real cash. New to MyBookie? Well, sign up today with our promo code MM50 and instantly boost your first deposit. Deposit $50, and MyBookie tosses in an extra 25 smackaroos. Deposit $100 and get a $50 bonus. More action, more excitement, and more chances to win during basketball's most intense playoff season. Plus, when the game wraps up, keep the winning streak alive at MyBookie's casino, slots, blackjack, roulette, and more. The thrills never stop. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash. Right there is my guy, former Chiefs tight end, Jason Dunn. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 season is here. I mean, we got the schedule. We know what's going on. We know who the opponents are. We know what's up. It's go time, baby. It's a new season, and we're all here for it, baby.
All right. Oh, so we got the schedule so everybody can see it. I don't want to make doing a little reveal or something like that. Is that what's going on? I don't want to show everybody just yet what it is. So y'all know, you know. So, hey, baby, what's going on, Marcus? How you doing, brother? How's everything going, man?
I'm doing great, man. We got a packed show. We got our guy Jimmy Holiday who just contacted me. He said he's jumping on shortly, and we also got the entire 2025 season talk by Teja will be joining us after Jimmy's on the show to talk about the what we like about the schedule, what we don't like about the schedule, and just pretty much everything, man. This is going to be an action-packed show, so I hope you guys got something to drink. Maybe get some popcorn, some Cracker Jacks. I don't know, whatever everyone eats, anything, and just sit down and enjoy some JD and the Dash Brothers and Jimmy Holiday. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. This is a glorious Wednesday evening. And so hello to everybody out there. Welcome to Chief Concerns. I am your co-host and host, Jason Dunn, my brother right here. Next to me, I got to get that right. Marcus right here. Sitting over here, and Teja's going to join it like he already done said, man. I just want to say what's up, Marcus, to everybody that came into the room to come watch this episode. We've been having a good following. People just coming in and showing up. Y'all keep doing that, all right? We're going to keep giving you all the great business that we do. But let me start off right here. Laura Frost, good to see you. G Pick, Nathaniel Walker, good to see you. My man, Lars Zingser, good to see you. Witchy Hall, how you doing, Witchy? Under Brown, it's a done deal. Yes, it is, sir. I'm good. Good to see you, Under Brown. Sasha's here. Woohoo! Yes, sir, Sasha. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. Gary Holland is in the house. Who else we got here? Marcus. We also have in here Nana Sherry is here. What's up, Nana Sherry? Good to see you as well. I think everybody's going to be happy and excited to see what this schedule is going to be. And you can see everybody looks over here. Now, I don't know if they can see us or not, but I got this little thing up here, man. And, you know, got a little something. So, yeah. Andre Chenault, good to see you. Andre Chenault. Stanley Mooney. What's up, Stanley? What's going down? So there isn't but just 5 games that are not against the playoff team from last year, a division game. Yes, sir. I've seen that too. Hey, guess what? Chiefs don't care. We taking everybody on, baby. That's the way we look at it. Sid McBride, how's it going? How you doing, Sid McBride? Who else we got in here as well? Linda Hunter's here. How you doing, Linda? Good to see you. Let me see who else we got in, man. So we had to, everybody's, done came in to see what was going on, see what's up. So
while many channels right now are going live and talking about the schedule, which we will be doing that, everyone's gonna be talking about that for the next however long. We have a guest coming on here right now. They're about to introduce is a new chief, Jimmy Holiday, who we talked about ad nauseum a couple weeks ago when we first signed him. Excited about him. We showed us some of his highlights at La Tech. He's joining us now, and then later on we get to the schedule talk about. Before that, we got to get to the holiday, baby. It's a holiday. The NFL schedule really should be a holiday, but the way we're going about that is by he's getting Jimmy Holiday on the show. So here's without further ado, Jimmy Holiday coming on here to celebrate NFL schedule release day. What's going on, Jimmy? How are you, buddy?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
What's up, Jimmy? What's going down, brother? How you doing, man? How's it going?
Not much, man. Third day of OTAs. Just getting the swing of things right now.
All right, man. Are you wore out with all the information and all the running and stuff you're doing out there right now? Or
Not yet. I'm still excited. I'm still living a little kid in me.
There you go, man. It's an exciting time, brother. Listen, hey, congratulations for getting out there on the Chiefs, going out there to display your talent. And so I always tell guys when they come on the show, man, first off, welcome. All right. And this is such a great opportunity just for you and every guy that gets on the Chiefs, man, have the chance, just like I said, to display what they can do. And I'm going to tell you what, I went back, man, and watched a little bit of your film. I checked you out some, man, and I tell you what, I'm impressed. Okay. I'm a big believer in your talents and what you do. And I can't wait to see how it's going to shake out, man, during training camp and hopefully for the season. So other than that, man, I just want to tell you once again, hey, man, welcome over here to Chief Concerns. We got a nice little following. Everybody's over here in the chat checking you out. So everybody give a little bit of love, a nice warm welcome of Chief Concerns family to our guy right now, Jimmy Holiday, you all. So good to see you, brother.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming on, man, tonight. So obviously, everyone is really excited about you. Obviously, when you get skill players, there's linemen, but then people get it. There's a different type of love that skill players get. And everyone's been showing your highlights over the last few weeks since we brought you in. And we had Major Williams on last week, who also was a mini camp invite who signed with the team, just like yourself. And we asked Major, what was the moment that he knew that he was going to be signed to the team? Was there a certain play that you had when last week when the rookie minicamp happened that you were like, okay, I'm going to make the squad? Because with you, it was kind of interesting where like Chiefs had an early rookie minicamp and you already got the invite to go to the Giants rookie minicamp. And they were like, nah, you ain't leaving, you're staying. And they end up signing you. But what was did you have a moment that you think stood out to you? Like, yeah, I think I'm going to make the squad.
As far as a moment, I don't think I had like just a crazy moment. I think the thing that was like really eye popping was like the first impression I had on everybody with learning the plays and picking up, every position, not just the position that I was assigned to. Like I was able to get moving parts, and I think my ability to be effective on the special teams as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, look, man, I know the Chiefs, man, they look for talented guys. Somebody said it out here in the chat, man, talking about versatile. And so, like I said before, man, checking out your film, man, you did a whole lot of stuff. And I had no idea, man, that you was a quarterback in college or in high school, a quarterback?
Hold on. I think my service went out, so.
Okay. All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on. I think the service dropped on me.
Yeah, I know they got you holed up in the room and stuff like that, man. Tell them jokers down at the front lobby, man, boost the signal. You got us? Can you hear us?
Are you guys able to hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We hear
you. Yeah.
And my service.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to tell you. Tell
No,
them jokers.
what were you saying?
No, I was saying that. First, I was going to tell them jokers down there at the front lobby.
Still ain't working.
Boost the signal. You know what I mean?
Nah, the service dropping. I gotta move downstairs.
Okay, yeah. We'll wait for you. Wait for you.
They can hear me, but I can't hear them. Hold on a second.
Sasha says Jimmy's too fast for the internet. I mean, he's a hit. We like speedsters. There you go. No, can't. Oh, no, we can't hear you.
I'm not.
I think we can hear you now.
Somebody said you too fast for the internet. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta leave and rejoin. Hold on.
Okay.
Right. So you like that joke, Sasha? There you go. Sasha gets bonus points for making the nice little laugh there.
Yeah, man, that was a good one right there. Good.
But yeah, it is interesting though, like how the Chiefs had, which we kind of talked about the timing of the rookie minicamp, right? They had the rookie minicamp, and then like, the Giants had the invite for him the following week. So I guess it's it pays to have the early rookie minicamps. So you get the good look see at the UDFAs.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's working out. We in this hotel, man. Bear with me.
No,
You're good, man. You're good, man.
Oh, good, man. Look, I know how it is, man. When you first get there, they hold you up, make sure everybody's all tight. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Check it out.
This ain't time to be doing nothing else.
Right.
Yeah.
I already know. It's funny because somebody said is he in the Holiday Inn, and the thing is, like when I got drafted, that's where they put us up in the Holiday Inn, and it was like too far. It wasn't too far from the stadium. I just remember everybody coming there, man, busing you to the stadium, coming back, and that's all it was. That was the trip,
Yeah, that was it. Like you ain't here together. Yeah, you go from there to back, and by the time you get done with like rookie time, you know how it is. By the time you get done with all your rookie meetings, you won't have time for nothing else.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose for that. They're gonna make sure, man, they keep the thumb on you all the whole time. And I always say this, man, you got to watch and make sure ain't nobody peeking behind the cars. They're looking to see if anybody leaving, or anybody doing anything outside now. Okay, but I'm sure you get it all together, man. But one of the things I wanted to ask you is, I know the Chiefs, man, they look for guys like yourself, the type of talent. Somebody has said it earlier here in the chat, versatile. And so that was one of my things, man. I seen that you played quarterback in high school. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Man, you was a bad boy, man. Shoot. So you said like 3,000, almost 3,500 yards and touchdowns and all that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I tell you what, you in the right position, the right spot to go to, because Andy Reid loves guys like you. He's already, the wheels is turning in his head. He's like, look, I got a quarterback that can catch the ball. He can run. He can do it all. And he'll throw a couple of plays. He'll probably drive up 5 plays just for you, Jimmy, to throw the ball, So
hey, I'm ready. Whenever that time comes, I'm ready.
And kind of to that, I mean, Kelsey was a quarterback in high school. We've had guys, Jerick McKinnon was a quarterback in high school who excelled in the offense here. Is there anything that you kind of noticed from your a short time with the playbook so far, just overall with reading defense? Is that something that kind of being a quarterback, is that able to help you kind of grasp the offense better and just kind of pick up on the defensive schemes better as playing quarterback in high school?
Yeah, so playing when I first enrolled into college, I was still playing quarterback at Tennessee before COVID. So I learned playing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You're the general, so you learn everything on the field. You learn protections. You learn what they doing, what on the back end, and how long you got on the route with timing. So yeah, understanding playing quarterback helped me understand coverages and knowing playing receiver on when you can add certain sauce to a route or how much time you got when dealing with coverages and stuff. So yeah, playing quarterback helped me deal with all that a lot easier and made it easier for me to play receiver.
I'll tell you what, man, I could tell that in your route running. The way that you would be able to sit down in the holes in the windows, just kind of reading the defense. And as you said also too, how it is so valuable to know the timing of the play, about where you're supposed to be, right? Our old offensive coordinator used to tell us all the time is be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, right? And number two, don't fool the quarterback. And so sometimes when you see wide receivers, like you said, putting a little sauce on it, sometimes they want to put a little sauce before, they're supposed to. or they take a long time getting off the line of scrimmage. It's like, hey, man, you ain't got that much time. You know, we're sitting over here, the protection is telling you it's a 3-step drop, or we know for a fact the ball's got to be out of your hands by 3.5, 4 seconds. You ain't got time to do all that shimmy and shaking, trying to get open. You just don't have that time like that.
And you got to realize too, like, I mean, this college, not saying college isn't, players not good, but like these guys get paid too a lot of money to rush the quarterback. So
that's right.
You ain't got all day to do all that. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind too.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you, man, as far as like you getting over there to the Chiefs, just looking at the competition, right? Like once you get to the room, everybody's obviously, glad everybody's there. It's all about the competition and whatnot. Let me ask you, what do you think that sets you apart from everybody else? Talent-wise, skill-wise, speed-wise, what do you bring to the table that you're sitting there saying, look, I have this about me, not downplaying anybody else, but for you, what do you say your strongest attributes are?
I think my confidence in myself. I say my confidence in myself and just how smart I am from playing quarterback. I think that'll been those two things are like they'll carry anything else. Like my confidence gonna make me work harder, and me being smart. 95% of the game is being smart. So
that's right.
Yeah, I think those two things allow me to separate myself, and not to mention like we got a lot of great receivers in our run right now that I can learn from and develop as myself. Because I'm not, you feel me? I'm not a full toolbox right now either. I'm a fly on the wall soaking up game right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like being a fly on the wall, but also too, you want to also assert yourself as far as like, your talent, right? So everybody's like, ooh, look at Jimmy out there. After a while, man, everybody starts knowing your name. Hey, man, what's everybody calling you right now? They ain't gave you a nickname yet or what?
Nah, just Jimmy.
Okay. So I see you got your beard game all the way together, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Good genes. They came from good genes. My dad and my brother.
Okay. Yeah. Mark is our co-host, man. He can grow a little mustache. You know what I'm saying? I see you do a little bit of that. So
I still got middle school facial hair. I wish.
Yeah, going.
Jimmy, you kind of referenced, right? So you first start your kind of journey began at Tennessee, then you went to Western Kentucky, then you went to Louisiana Tech is where you finished. And the thing everyone always talks about with Andy Reid's playbook is, oh man, it's so big, it's so hard to learn. It's all this stuff, like it takes years to grasp for some guys. In your short time so far, kind of grasping the playbook, and a guy who's gone through 3 different systems where you play, quarterback, receiver, and you kind of your role changed even when you got to La Tech. You kind of, you got more carries and more totes from the backfield. What is like kind of going from school to school? How has it helped you kind of be able to kind of learn playbooks quicker, and also how is that applied to what you're doing right now with Kansas City and learning the playbook there?
So when I first got to college, I had a offense coordinator by the name of Jim Chaney, NFL guy. He had ran pro style offense, like similar to like NFL offenses. So I took a lot of what I learned with that staff, and like it carried in me. Like the things they instilled in me when I first enrolled, like I kind of carried those things. Like when learning playbooks, like I write it down. I watch tons of film to learn coverages, learn like what to break routes, and a lot of things. Like it really comes from just repetition of just doing reps and watching film.
Okay. What makes this offense a little bit different from what you've been in so far? What have you noticed?
For one, in college until the end of last season, I never huddled. So college is all signals. Like you never huddle. Like in the league, everything comes from the quarterback. Like from the OC to the quarterback, like it's in the huddle. And I think what makes it different is just like terminology, how everybody word everything. Certain things carry on for college, but certain things you gotta like put in your mind and group with families when learning stuff. So
yeah. I'll tell you what, man, that's one thing I didn't like about college. But you said you had the first coach at Tennessee, the one that kind of taught a little bit of the pro style. when we get into like that fast no huddle type of deal, I think sometimes it does keep guys a disservice really for the NFL because sometimes you do have to get in and you got to huddle. There's got to be a lot of changes at the line of scrimmage, and also too like holding up the cards and stuff like that. And, I coached college for about 5 years, and I had the receivers, I had tight ends, and I worked with the quarterbacks too. But I used to always hate the NASCAR type of deal. I'm like, man, come on, man. Because sometimes what you do is, and I don't know if y'all did this or not, because sometimes you keep the receivers on the same side. And I'm like, man, if you ain't flip receivers over also too, or if you're not, inquiring, putting in a little bit more motion or maybe some of the shifts, it kind of keeps guys from thinking. I don't like that part about it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get to the NFL, it's all about, thinking first, but then all of a sudden it's about playing fast, right? So now the point you ain't thinking, it's just second nature. You're just going, right? Kind of talk on that a little bit, but the difference on that you see.
The difference you saying the difference of like just having signals and then the difference of like the league offense?
Yeah. So signals, league offense, shift in motion, all of those different. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that, like you said, in college, is like you're not flipping receivers and stuff. You're not doing much. So it kind of gets you like stuck. Like in college, say if you play the X, you're stuck on the X side, the whole side, and then when you go, you're not really. Your steps is off when you go to the right side. In the league, you flip flop. You don't stay on side. So right. I think that's the main difference to me. Like running routes on side. Like in college, you could be an X and catch only balls from the left and never catch a ball from the right. So I think that's the main difference. And then just the playbook, like you mentioned with motions. Like in college, you rarely doing any motions. And if you're motioning, probably 75% of the time you're getting the ball. Like in the league, they motion you to see like man or zone. That's right. To get a grip on coverage. Like you're not doing that in college as much unless you're running some type of pro style. I think teams like Penn State and Ohio State, they do a good job of doing it though. Yeah. I think that's why you see some of those guys, kind of make that adjustment coming into the NFL. You know what I mean? Now that's good because we call it, window dressing. That's a lot of it, man. That shifting in motion is window dressing. It is man or zone. You're reading what the defense is going to give you, what the coverage is going to be. You're watching the safeties, but they're going to rock and roll coming down, into the paint. You got to call each and everything out. So, but I think, man, you done been to 3 places. I don't think it's going to be a hard thing for you to pick up as far as maybe for other guys, right? And like you said, that's going to be your advantage. For OTAs, man, who's been the most impressive guy out there on OTAs that you like watching right now so far? I mean, I don't really have a favorite. I think like every guy in our receiver group, they act like they are pros. Like they go about, like they act like they vets. Like everybody in the receiver room, like just bringing me and the other 2 guys that came in, or 3 guys that came in the room, like just getting us going and leading us. So I don't really have a favorite, but they work at it. They all work like pros.
It's good. I Connor Embry, your coach, his dad coached me when I was at Kansas City. And I remember Connor, man, he was a young dude coming out as a receiver and stuff like that. So I know he's a good coach too. He does a great job, man, communicating to guys. He's been around the league a lot as far as like just part of the game. What have you learned, at least from him, some of the things that he's been talking about to you?
Just as far as like the way he break down the playbook, like the rookie time we get, like I was telling you on OTAs, you know how it go. Your rookie time, you meet with your coach more than your position coach, more than anybody. So just how he be explaining the playbook to us and how he go about coaching us and the drills he have us doing, how they translate to practice. Yeah. Yeah, really good. That's my guy, though. He's a good coach for sure.
Man, make sure you do me a favor, man. You tell him, man, that Jay Dunn said what's up. All right.
All right, I got you. I tell him tomorrow.
Yeah, tell him tomorrow. Tell him I'm gonna be hollering at him, man, because I'm gonna get him on the show too. All right.
Okay, for sure. I got you.
Jimmy, you so looking at your college career, you have a big time track record with kickoff return, and you mentioned special teams that you were able to that kind of sets you apart, that you can contribute on the special teams aspect. What are your thoughts on the NFL kickoff rule versus what you had to do in college and high school and youth league, right? And little different. And also to talk about taking punts after not doing that in college, because I've noticed a little bit of that where like a lot of the guys we brought in either have done mostly kickoff return or all kickoff return and no punt return, which I think is pretty interesting. And just kind of talk about your confidence level in doing that at the next level and not doing that and from college.
So in college, I actually did it. Like, I just didn't do it in the game. It was one of those things, like, my head coach didn't want me to do it because I started at receiver, but I did punt, like, every practice. Like, I always practice. I never, like, not caught punt. So that's, like, a real comfortable thing for me. And then my take on the kickoff return rules, I think it's good because, like, they implemented another rule this year where you get the ball on the 35 instead of 25 now. So it ain't gonna be that many touchbacks because who gonna let Patrick Mahomes get the ball to the 35 every time?
Right.
That's what I said. It's not gonna be too many people doing that. So I like the new rules and give them more chance for some explosive kickoff returns for sure.
Now, I did want to ask, kind of go back to your college offense. So at La Tech, right, we saw a lot of you receive more handoffs and carries that you did at La Tech that you did at the other places. And as Chief fans, looking at the seeing Andy Reid's offenses over the years, seeing the way they've utilized Kadarius Toney, Mecole Hardman, Xavier Worthy, and then seeing the way you were utilizing college, see a lot of parallels there. So far in your short time in Kansas City, how have you been utilized as in the kind of the same way you were utilized at La Tech so far? Like as far as jet motions, reverses, all that kind of stuff.
As far as OTAs and stuff right now, I think we haven't got dived much into the playbook yet. We only been here 3 days, so I'm looking forward to getting a shot at doing so. But as far as now, not yet.
Well, those things are gonna come, man. They're definitely gonna come.
Yeah, just gotta stay down, man. Keep working for it. Nothing gonna be handed. You gotta go get everything. So.
I think, man, that's the important part of it, man. Is just keeping your head down and focus on what you need to do, right, and digesting the playbook. I was telling Marcus on Monday that there was a guy I have in my mind that I remember who was a wide receiver, and he had all the talent in the world. I'm telling you, could have played on any team, could have did anything. I'm talking about does everything. Athletic, just out the wazoo. The problem he had, man, is he couldn't just digest the playbook. Sometimes he line up wrong. Sometimes, he'd be on the other side. So we had to stop plays. And I tell him, I said, man, you just don't understand. Like when you try to get into the rhythm, like you don't have time for guys to get things wrong. And so the fastest way out of town is don't pick up the plays. Don't study your time, on your playbook. And before you know it, man, you got a bus ticket out of town. They gave you a plane ride here. But them jokers give you a bus ticket on the way out,
Yeah.
So man, I just tell you, man, just you stay on your business, man. I could tell right now that you are one that everything sinks in for you. Well, you haven't really had a chance to go out in Kansas City anywhere at all?
Not yet. I'm thinking about this weekend, looking around for apartments and stuff, getting to see. But the most confusing thing to me was the Kansas City, Kansas, and the Kansas City, Missouri thing. Yeah, they got me right there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, because I had never thought about that ever.
Jimmy, just talk about from a from your kind of your journey, going from 3 different schools, going being UDFA, going through a rookie minicamp invite and making the team, and then for it to be the Kansas City Chiefs, as a skill player, as a guy who played quarterback and you appreciate the position, right? Just knowing that you're in the same room as Patrick Mahomes, what is that like? What has that been like to you so far, as to know you're in the same team as our generation's GOAT, I would say, and maybe the GOAT of all time at some point, but as of right now, the GOAT for this generation. What does that mean to you as a receiver, being able to kind of learn from him and be with him?
Man, it means everything, honestly, because not saying that there's not any other good quarterbacks in the league, but like you mentioned when you were talking, I mean, to get the opportunity to play for a guy that already accomplished so much, did so much, and not only that, just they got a crazy work ethic and know not everything, but majority of everything dealing on the field. So I think it's a great opportunity. I mean, a once in a lifetime opportunity for sure to soak up some game for him and learn how things go.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to have a real good talk with him? Conversation yet?
Not yet. I haven't even seen him yet.
Okay.
So
Not one-on-one.
they're probably in Texas right now doing some stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
You'll probably get the call out to do their Texas workouts there soon, Jimmy.
I hope so. I'm gonna do everything I can to get that.
Where have you been working out before you got here with the Chiefs, man? You have a little facility or something that you was at, kind of getting your work in?
Yeah, I work out in Texas at Built for It.
Okay.
Yeah, I work out with the pro group. There are a lot of Cowboys guys and a lot of DBs from other teams.
Okay. Y'all passing a lot of information around each other, man, at that time. Just kind of talking what the league's all about, what to expect.
You talking about as far as like information, like going to the NFL?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hold on, it's buffering out right now. What you say, Mr.
Yeah.
Dunn?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You learned,
Yeah. They gave me a lot of advice on just like, the do's and don'ts of like when you go into the NFL, keep your head down, don't worry about when your time coming and stuff like that, and just to stay hard working and stay out the way. Don't do nothing crazy, basically. So yeah, a lot of vets gave me a lot of good advice on that.
Okay. Well, tell you what, man, it's always the moniker is the more you can do, the better off you're gonna be. And you always make it hard for them jokers, man, to get rid of you. Because they're sitting over there watching, you're like, man, Jimmy could do this, he could do that, he can do this. And so when it comes down to the numbers, they're gonna be looking at you play special teams, you'll come down as a gunner. There's all of these different things that you'll do. So anytime Dave told, when anybody asks you to do something, hey man, raise that hand. I got you. Coach, I got you. You know what I mean? So some guys, man, they can almost cut themselves because they don't want to do nothing. They don't think like, I don't want to go down on kickoff. I don't want to run down there as a gunner. Shoot, do anything and everything.
I made a living off that. I take pride in being on special teams. So
Okay.
That's something I like doing for sure.
All right. You a hitter? I know you've been playing offense, man. You hit people too?
Yeah, I wish I had some film to show you all for sure. It's on the PFL for sure though.
Okay.
Good to hit.
All right. That's what's up, man. That's another thing. Receivers, man, they don't like to go do no blocking either. They always call the receivers the pretty boys. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all known as.
Nah, I block for sure. I'm country strong. We built a little different down in Mississippi.
Mississippi. I see you. Okay. Yeah. What part of Mississippi you from?
I'm a small town outside of Jackson called Flora.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, we had what was it? Fabian Lovett, man. He was from Mississippi. He was on here a couple weeks ago.
Fabian, that sounds familiar. Did he play at Florida State?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was telling man, Mississippi folk about as good as folks as they are out there now. You know what I mean? Good folk.
Yeah, man. We just country. That's it.
I already know, man. I'm up here in Kentucky, so I already know what that country's all about, baby. I already know, bro.
Oh yeah. You know for sure.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy, I know you're at OTAs, and I know you got want to get some downtime. But you mentioned with the special teams stuff. I wanted to ask you, talk about your return stuff. What kind of conversations have you had with Dave Toub? Has he talked to you about because I believe on the Chiefs website on the photos, one of the photos is of you on the jugs machine catching a ball. And what kind of conversations have you had with Dave Toub throughout your process so far?
I ain't really had any conversations with him, but the first day, a rookie mini account, I made it my like job, like the first thing to do, go introduce myself to him, talk to him, get familiar with him, let him know who I am and stuff. And he had already had me as a return guy and on all the special teams, so there wasn't really much conversation needed to be had. I just had to go out there and show that I could do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good, man. That's good. You're doing it. Hey, man, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, brother. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. So, man, you make sure you go out there and you just shine as much as you could possibly shine, man. That's what it's all
Y'all
about.
still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Uh-huh.
Is it? You catch everything I just said just now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. Just introducing myself to him and showing that I could do it. We really didn't have too much conversation.
Okay. Well, man, you make sure you go out there, man, and just shine. Okay. Let your talent and all that speak for itself, man. Like you said, you already got the football IQ and all those things, man. So it gives you, a leg up on everybody else that's out there. You know what I mean? So, it's all about that opportunity, man, what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? So just go out there and make plays. That's all it is. Shoot. So
Smart.
yeah.
Is Don still on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. I see. All right.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, I know the connection's getting rough, but also you got to get back to studying the playbook, but we really appreciate you taking this time, this busy time during OTAs to come on the show and tell Chiefs Kingdom a little bit about yourself and get to talk to us. We really appreciate it. We would love to have you back on later on down the line, man. And we wish you all the luck and all the success, my man.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity to come on the show. And I hope to meet y'all in person soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'll be out there, man. I'm gonna come up there and come holler at you, man, and show you some love, man. So you just stay healthy. Okay? Keep out there and keep shining, bro. All right, brother?
Yeah, sure. Y'all follow me on any social media and stuff. I got y'all. Follow y'all back.
Okay.
Hit me if y'all need something. Marcus got my number. Hit me if y'all need anything.
All right.
Awesome, man.
Okay. Send Marcus some of your beard game to him, man. Give him some of your, you know what I mean? Some of your.
Yeah, I got you. Give him some. I got you.
I'll take it. All right, man.
All right, man. Y'all have a
Good luck,
good
Jimmy.
night.
All right, man.
Yes,
You too,
sir.
Jimmy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Absolutely. All right. All right.
I'll tell you what, man. We do this every time we have a person on the show. They're always as nice as can be. The Chiefs, everyone always talks about the Chiefs going for high character guys. And if you can't tell that by watching these interviews, I don't know what to tell you. Every guy that we've had on, be it 30 years ago, be it 10 years ago, be it now, all the Chiefs bring on as high class personified guys. And Jimmy Holiday is another one of those guys. Really, really cool dude. Even with the connection issues, he still made it work. Calm, cool, collected, like a nice quarterback would. And he was able to come on and give us about 30 minutes of his time. So really appreciated that. But yeah, fantastic. JD, what did you think of Jimmy Holiday in his interview?
No, man, I like it. Very balanced, and somebody said he gave great responses. Like you said, that you could tell he played quarterback. But he's somebody that I believe the Chiefs went out to go get because of his talent, his versatility. And so him playing quarterback, him playing wide receiver, being in the backfield, running reverses, catching screens. I seen him do it all on film. And so a guy like that he's going to have a job in the NFL. He is. And hopefully it's here. When I watched him get open, Marcus, he really understood the coverages. That gives him, like I said, a leg up on everybody else. Because sometimes you had to go in, you got to start learning a little bit more, but he'll be able to process things a lot faster than other guys out there running routes. And so him being 6'1", how much did Jimmy weigh? I
think he was 6'1", 190 is what I saw when we did our player intros on him a couple weeks ago. I think he was 6'1", 190.
Okay. So it's good body type. You know what I'm saying? That's good body type. And he said he likes to block. So for me, that's
the Chiefs have him at 6'1", 211. That's thick.
211?
Yeah, he's stacked, man. I like that.
Wait. G-Pick said 200 plus, so 211. Hey, you need a big body guy like that, man. That's what you need, a big joker to go in and do some blocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, hey, he took a lot of carries last year, so I mean, he needed that kind of running back stature. I mean, he took like 50-something carries last year, so I mean,
That's
Sasha says built for stock blocking. I mean, heck yeah. I mean, he sounds like he'll do whatever he's asked, though. I mean, this guy was a quarterback, went to receiver, played a little bit of running back at La Tech, or took some carries, but like, he's kind of built for everything. So I do like his build and make, man.
Yeah. And it gets a little bit of different from, like we said, we have a body type. The 6'1", we said 215? Is that
211,
right?
211.
211 still. 211, 215 is too far, from each other. So, yeah, he's got a little oomph to him. He's going to bring a little oomph. So they better be ready. Buyers beware. If you think this joker right here is going to step out of bounds on you, you'll lower your shoulder. I know that. The 6'1", 211? Sure. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's I loved all his answers to everything. He seems like he's ready for the moment, just wants to kind of showcase his skill. And that's the kind of guy, man. The way he talked about tackling from a receiver, not only that, he's a quarterback, turn receiver, and he's talking about tackling. And he's like, yeah, I wish I could show you my highlights on the tackle. So like, this guy just wants to play football. I mean, that's a football player. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, Justin Blackwell, good to see you, Justin. He says Jackson make a mofo hard as nails. That's Mississippi. That is Mississippi. All the folk down there are hard folk, but good people. Hard folk, good people, man. So
yeah, and with a great beard game too.
Yeah, man. Sure, that like you said, it's good genes. So when the joker's out there, Marcus, I want to see you. You come in with a great big old beard one time. Have you ever grown a beard out? You can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I could grow facial hair, but it's disgusting. It's not good. Like I said, it looks like a middle school boy, like trying to like grow facial hair for the first time. That's what it looks like. I could grow this nicely, but and I don't like it though. So
you don't like it? You don't like the little stash? Okay, it's all right. That's all right.
Now, I got the baby boy face with the white hair on the side. So that's people think I die of this, but no, it's just it is what it is. I didn't get the facial hair. I got the white hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's good, man. He's a good dude. You can tell he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. So
yeah, Sasha says he sparked right up when he talked about hitting. That was something that really stood out. I love seeing that.
Man, you don't hardly hear wide receivers talk that way. You just don't. Nobody, speaks about, I could go down, or I can make me a block. It's all about catching the football and making plays.
Yes, sir.
You know what? This is some other stuff we're gonna ask you to do too. And so if you ain't willing to do that, guess what? You don't want to play enough. So,
dude was I gotta say, and the guy was right for the moment, right? He says the first thing he does when he comes in there is he goes shakes Dave Tobe's hand and says who he is. And he said really talking about that, but he knew, he knows what his role is going to be to make the team. He's going to have to do those type of things to make the squad. The first thing you do is go shake Dave Tobe's hand.
Yes,
Kid's smart, man, savvy kid, love it.
Sir, absolutely, true. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He knows exactly what time it is. So
smart.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha says 30 years ago, Marcus, did you have the show when you were years old? No, I was just saying, guys who we've had a lot of older guys on the show. We had Steve Bono on the show. He played about 30 years ago. So yeah, I mean, he great guy. Yeah. So we have a lot of different generations of Chief players have come on the show, and collectively, all of them been pretty solid people.
Solid cats, man. Solid cats.
That's what we do. And of course, the face of this show. Look at this guy over here. The nicest person in the world over there.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Hall. Chiefs org draws in truly good character people in general. Yep. And on the Brown says Chief concerns all good guys until Teja joins the show and says character concerns or issues, which is a great segue because we're about to have him come on here for this conversation.
Somebody pulled it out. Teja found it, man. Good teasing Teja. It's good teasing Teja, man. So
with that, we're gonna go to the schedule. Everyone's been talking about it for the last few days or last couple of weeks that May 14th was the day, and that was perfect because that's the day of our Chief Concerns show. 2 years in a row, it's been on a Wednesday night where we get to talk about it. And here is our guy, Teja joining us from Santa Monica, California to talk this Kansas City Chiefs 2025 schedule. Teja, how you doing, buddy?
Tage.
Like as soon as you said the character concerns line, that's when like if it was wrestling, my music would come on in the background. The lights would start flashing. And everyone was like,
Here he comes.
What the hell is he doing here?
Like he's coming through the crowd. Look at that, like,
Good Lord, what's he doing here?
yeah.
He is not supposed to be here tonight.
Teja, I think your audio might be a little popping a little bit.
It might be what now?
Your audio's popping a little bit.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I can do about that.
Oh, all right.
That's what he said to me earlier too, man. He said my audio was popping. I just started popping and locking, baby. I just go on lock with it too, you know.
Yeah, GP says it's popping. Yeah, your popping went away, JD.
I did okay.
What did you do, JD? I'll follow the JD model. What did you do?
I just kind of squiggled around a little bit, went in and act like I did
a couple tools.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, let's see. This is gonna work.
I'm on my phone tonight. That's why. Maybe that's why.
Okay, it might be it.
Turn my volume down. See if that helps. That helps? No, better.
Mm-hmm. Do you have your laptop or iPad or something?
I would have used that if I had that.
How
about, is it bad now? I won't speak that loud.
Yeah, it's popping pretty badly.
Go to your settings, Tage. That's what I went to my settings and checked on the sound to see it might do a little something.
Well, actually, do you have headphones you can wear, Teja? Oh, okay. Don't know what happened there. All right. Yeah, so on the Brown says from character concerns to audio concerns. Yes, that's not number one concern for me right now. See, I care about you guys' experience, your viewing experience, and listening experience. I don't want the pop. We don't want the pops.
Yeah. So we got a couple of people done show back up. Pono Kawhi, what's going on, Pono? I see Jeremiah DeMartos that need to say what's up to you, Jeremiah, earlier. Let's see, Under Brown came through. Justin Blackwell was another. Rick Hendrickson came in the house, man. Good seeing you all. Demonte Green Beans, what's going down? So, yeah, I want everybody's Mike Brennan came in here too. I want to hear everybody's opinions on obviously the schedule, what you think. Okay. And then I want everybody to give, what you think we're going to go, okay, for the season based off the schedule. So, Tage, you look, how you doing now? Yeah.
How about now? Better?
Much better.
Perfect.
You got it. Got a winner. I was going to take the headphones to put on. So there you go. That works. Yeah. Nice microphone on that bad boy.
You like that? Crystal clear, huh?
Yeah. Much better.
All right. There you go. Okay.
So obviously, what I'm going to do is just so we can kind of look at it together. I know JD's got the schedule behind him, but I'm going to pull up the schedule from the Kansas City Chiefs website so we can kind of go through it together a little bit. Just kind of get your overall takes from what we see from the 2025 schedule. So I'm going to put that up on the screen right now, and we can kind of take a gander at this puppy together. All right. So here, can you guys see that? Let me see if I can put it up a little bigger. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start from the top. All right, so week one, obviously, Chargers in Brazil. And I'll say this: I know Chargers fans are really pissed off about this, and I know they deemed to choose the Kansas City Chiefs game as their home game. I don't know what reason they did for it, but the Chargers fans are pissed off about it, saying that the wasting a game against the Kansas City Chiefs, a home game against the Chiefs away in Brazil, wasn't the smartest move. But nonetheless, hey, we get to play. Not that it mattered anyway, because SoFi Stadium, Mahomes is undefeated in SoFi Stadium, so it really doesn't matter where we play them. But nonetheless, Chargers lose a home game in Brazil. So we start off the year on a Friday night, which is fun. But in Brazil, what do you guys make of that? That's like the big one.
I think, man, it's really kind of the trip to overall, really. I think it's just wearing players out. But I would, to be honest with you, as a player, I would find it fun to go somewhere a different country to go play. I always wanted to do that when I was playing here in the league, and just never had a chance and opportunity. But to go and play in Brazil, like your first game of the season, I think it's awesome. It's the travel and everything around it, man, is just the one that really kind of wears you down. But if they don't have any more problems like they did last year, everybody was kind of complaining about the field, right? Marcus?
Yeah, it was field conditions as well as players. Some players didn't feel they were safe there because they were issued warnings by the NFL not to leave their hotels. There was a few different things with that, but obviously they brought the game back to Brazil, so obviously there was nothing too concerning there. Yeah, Teja, any thoughts about stealing a division game away from the home team?
I like that it's week 1, so they don't have to juggle getting back from another city or trying to squeeze it in between weeks. It was smarter than to do the week 1. That way, the guys are, well rested coming off of the offseason. If anything, I mean, the most brutal ones are the ones that you have to stay in London for 2 weeks because you have to play 2 back-to-back. That's brutal to squeeze it in. But if I was a player, I'd be better off hearing that it was at least week 1. I mean, stealing week 1. I mean, stealing the home. I had my notes that actually it's there'd be more KC fans and LA fans in that stadium. Well, what are they worried about? Well, seriously, home game. I mean,
yeah.
If I were them, I would rather play against a mediocre opponent at LA. At least it'd be somewhat of a home field advantage for them, kind of.
No, I agree. Yeah, and Rick Hendrickson says, what difference does it make? SoFi Stadium is Arrowhead West, which is, pretty much all the Charger stadiums have always been Arrowhead West, whether it be San Diego or LA.
Yeah. For big fan bases, SoFi is away team West, okay, for most big fan bases.
Yeah. So, I'll quickly just kind of go down. So then we go week 2, we host Philadelphia. Week 3 at New York. That's a Monday night game. First Monday night game of the year there for us, week 3. No, it's Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah. Yeah. Week 4, we host Baltimore. Week 5 at Jacksonville, and that's a Monday night game. Interesting choice for a Monday night game, Jacksonville. I get us putting us on prime time, but Jacksonville, that's the game you go with? I don't know. I guess
I wonder what the metrics are on that. Yeah, maybe after all these years of putting them at international, maybe they have more of an international following now. I don't know what the metrics are behind that, but I'm sure there is some kind of marketing for there.
Must be, but who in England's staying up to watch Jacksonville and Kansas City over there? But I will say, the Chiefs actually did become one of the higher selling jerseys over there in Europe over the last few years. It wasn't because of LRZ. I think it was the Mahomes and Kelsey factor, the Kelsey Swift factor. So maybe internationally it's a big deal, and then kind of what you said with Jacksonville being a London team. Maybe there is kind of an international following with that. I don't know. But that's our first Monday night football game. Then the following week we host Detroit, Sunday night football, so another primetime game. We honestly don't need to get, if you are someone who lives out of state and not in Missouri, you don't need to get NFL Sunday ticket this year. You can just literally just go as is and just watch every game on national television. Week 7 hosting the Raiders. It's just a CBS game. The week 8, Monday Night Football, Commanders hosting the Commanders. Week 9 at Buffalo on CBS. Then we got week 10 bye week, and that I'm sure everyone is really happy about. JD, we talked about the bye week. Remember last year we had a week 4, and then we played pretty much 23 straight weeks. Week 10 this year, so they go right down the middle, which is perfect. I'm sure Chief players are rejoicing at that. Week 11 at Denver. Week 12 hosting Indianapolis. Week 13. Your Chief Concerns show will be doing a post-game show on Thanksgiving, guys. Might not be the longest show, but we'll have a post-game show on Thanksgiving. So at Dallas on Thanksgiving, so that'll be fun to spend a Thanksgiving with our pals at Chief Concerns here. Week 14 hosting Houston on Sunday Night Football. Week 15 hosting the Chargers. Week 16 Cam Ward will be going to Tennessee. And then week 17, hosting the Broncos on Christmas, the nightcap for Christmas on TNF on Amazon Prime. So TG will be hosting that one on Christmas Day night. But that'll be the main game for that one, the main card. And then week 18 at Raiders. Kind of unfortunate about that. I don't like that. We have such a great record against the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium for that to be a meaningless game of the week 18 season. I maybe knock on wood here, but I'm saying we're going to be pretty much clinching the division and everything by that point. So this game might be a meaningless game, kind of like last year against Denver. So it's unfortunate because I'd rather have that game be in the middle of the season to dominate at Allegiant Stadium, but that's, I guess, small potatoes. But guys, overall, based on just overall takes, we'll kind of get into things that schedule makers got wrong. But just looking at that schedule, was it scream to you? Hard schedule, easy schedule? What do you guys make overall take?
It's a pretty tough schedule, man. I mean, shoot, you got some heavy hitters in here. I mean, the first half and the second half too. Obviously, the guys that's going to be in our division that's always going to be rough, especially with the coaches they have now and the guys that they acquired in free agency and in the draft. It's not going to be just an easy ride. It's not. Everybody's gotten much better, but I think that what we've done is we up to the places that we needed to. Just doesn't make us that much better than everybody else as well. So the first part of the schedule, obviously you're sitting over looking at Baltimore, Detroit, Washington, and Buffalo, right? And Philly. So that it's a rough stretch right there. First 9 games, man. You're gonna be hitting some folks in the mouth. So I think this is the one thing it's gonna do is it's gonna go ahead and fortify us for the second half coming through. So what do you think, Teja?
I'm not shocked by how hard it is. I mean, if you're number one nowadays, you got to play every number one team from every division. Our division has 2 other playoff teams. So right there off the bat, you have 4 playoff teams or play 4 playoff games. You have to play every other division winner, which, I mean, they're all going to be tough teams. First thing I said was if you're gonna, if you're a Chiefs fan, you don't live in KC. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to buy a Sunday ticket. And for everyone else that hates the Chiefs, buckle up because you're gonna see us a lot. Get ready to hate. Get ready to hate. Get the hate tears are. They're definitely a lot more forgiving this season for the following reasons, though. We don't have to play 5 games in like 18 days, whatever that stupid stretch was last year. That was just crazy. The Brazil game, I love that it's week 1. We don't have to play 2 road games in a row, if you notice that, which is pretty interesting. And last year, I think we even had like a 2 or 3 game stretch. I think maybe even a 3 game stretch. It looks like we only have one really true short week where we play Washington on Monday Night Football and then the Bills a normal game the following Sunday. There's another one that's close to that where we play the Jags Monday Night Football and then the following week Sunday night. But that's kind of, at least they're both night games, right? So we only have one true like short week. It's pretty well balanced. We have 6 playoff teams pre-bye, 5 playoff teams or games post-bye. And maybe my favorite thing, the Week 10 bye is right before the trade deadline, so which gives us an extra additional week to get someone acquainted in case we make a deal.
That's a good point. The trade deadline. I mean, because I know we love our rosters every year, but every year we're making deadline deals. So I mean, that is we usually make them about a week or 2 before the deadline. But yeah, nonetheless, that gives us that flexibility there. So yeah, definitely gotta love that. Yeah, but all in all, it is a tough schedule. That we're gonna be definitely tested like we are every year, but definitely gonna be tested this year with the AFC West. Everyone's kind of adding to their arsenal, or storing an arsenal like the Raiders because they didn't really have much of anything. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting as far as the schedule from top to bottom. Everyone kind of says it consensusly in the chat that is a tough year.
11 playoff games from last year's playoff teams. 11 games. Yeah, that's a lot. We're lucky we're playing the AFC South.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a nice little pass there.
But it balances because we're playing the NFC East, which had 3 playoff teams. So you're playing the team from the NFC. Really?
2. Just Commanders and Eagles.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Giants.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I just keep thinking Cowboys are getting in.
Yeah, they're talked about enough like they would be a playoff team every year.
I know. It just goes to show you it's subliminal. It just gets in your head after they first rams it into your head for every week for all season. Okay, so 2 playoff teams. That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. All right,
I
so
think this thing really kind of forges us, for what we're trying to do. When I was on the how about those Chiefs? Give a shout out, man, to Cole on the show from last night. I was just telling them, man, this is without a doubt a reckoning for us. Okay, we got embarrassed in the Super Bowl, and to be honest with you, I don't think we would want it any other type of way. I don't think we want an easy road. And part of the problem is because everybody's seeing that it was something else. It was never the Chiefs and their talent. It was always something else, right? It was always the refs helping us out, us getting lucky, blocking a field goal at the end of the game or something happening, getting a penalty. But it was never about the Chiefs and their talent. It's never about, when we were good enough. You kept talking about us having an over-the-heel tight end who still caught 90-something balls. We had a rookie that they said wasn't going to do anything. He was too skinny to make any plays. All he did was hit him over the head. We lost our two receivers in Hollywood Brown and Rashid Rice. We lost Pacheco. We brought in Kareem Hunt that we got him from the bottom of the boat out there in Cleveland, right? And so he comes in. He does a great job. And so we had a young guy in Carson Steele that was running the football, started out in Atlanta. And so all of a sudden we lose our left tackle. We didn't know who was going to be the guy, right? King Suma wasn't ready. Wanya Morris kind of looked the part, but he didn't deliver like everybody thought. He was a little hurt. And then we had to move our best lineman, a left guard, out to tackle. And guess what? We was able to get to where we needed to get to. But we didn't deliver at the big dance. That was part of the problem, right? Kind of got embarrassed. And everybody was sitting there saying, oh, told you so. They were pretenders all season. Chiefs, all they did, man, they were doing all that talk. Refs helped them out. Every little meme you see of refs is always wearing a Chiefs jersey, right? So I'm sitting there saying, this right here, I wouldn't want it any other way. If I was playing, I wouldn't want it any other type of way. If it's going to be Travis Kelce's last year, and from all, conversation and measures from what he says it is, right? I think you go out swinging, and you swing for the fences. So each and every team that you play, right? Oh, start with the Ravens, hit them over the head. Philly, boop, uppercut on them jokers, right? And then you start just toe tapping on everybody else. Detroit Lions. So you finish up the first half of the schedule, right? Knocking everybody down. Second half, you letting everybody on notice like we are coming for the championship, okay? We got beat last year, but it's not going to happen again. Patrick Mahomes got a new haircut. We got some new guys that come out here to come play. We got a defense, some guys on the back end and in the front side that's going to be able to come and get you. So I think, man, these guys, this is what they want. I think any of those guys are sitting over there rubbing their hands together saying, thank you, God, right down for this. Thank you. Because it's exactly what we wanted to see. Okay? So all the doubters, all the haters, and everybody else that didn't have our back, we got something to prove to everybody. So I love it. I love this schedule. I love seeing it.
And another thing that just kind of stands out to me is we play Philly, Baltimore, Detroit, and Commanders, and those are all home games for us. And I mean, those are some of the toughest games on the schedule. I mean, the tougher games that we have on the road, forget division for a second, is Buffalo, which, we always have a regular season. It's like a regular season block where you can't really beat them in the regular season. This is at Buffalo. So, we kind of lucked out with how those games, how we have the home games we have against Philly, Baltimore, Detroit. I love their home games. Doesn't take away, they're still tough tests, but to have those tough tests at home, I think that's a nice thing for us. So, while they're tough games, at least they're in Arrowhead. So that is, we do have the favorite for that. So, So going to this, so obviously a lot of fun matchups there and a lot of storylines you can make for a lot of these games. But which matchup and storyline are you most excited for this season and this one? Do you guys want me to go first, or do you guys want to go first?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go.
So mine, I guess being from the DC area, this kind of has a big thing. I have a lot of friends who are Commanders fans who haven't been Commanders fans for the last 5 years. Got pissed off when they changed the team name, all this stuff. But now they're relevant. They don't care about the team name anymore. They love their team all of a sudden because they're good. And they have this badass quarterback, Jaden Daniels. And I think it's cool. It's obviously a primetime game, a Monday night game. and at Kansas City. But you have Mahomes, who everyone, obviously has been the face of the league for as long as since he's been in the league, really. And then you have Jaden Daniels, who a lot of people are saying he is the up and coming new face of the league. Now, there is this battle for who's going to be the face of the league. I know that's the way they're going to kind of frame it when they do commercials for that Monday night game. Oh, Jaden Daniels, Mahomes, the new generation quarterback going up against each other. I think it's pretty cool from a historical standpoint. You have two guys who, are the faces of the league and, are African-American quarterbacks and, who are vying for that face of the league thing. I think it's really sweet and cool. Obviously, you have Lamar Mahomes. You can make that argument for that, but Daniels is the younger version, right? And you have Mahomes and him, the kind of two young bucks and the two up-and-coming stars of the National Football League. And to have that on Monday Night Football, you have, the historical impacts of the Commanders and the Washington team and the Kansas City Chiefs playing on a Monday night game. And I think that's going to be a fun game to watch, to have two of these like new age, new era quarterbacks going off against each other on a primetime game on a national level. I think that's very fun, right? And obviously we don't play the NFC East often, so that's a standout game. It's not just we're playing Washington this year. They actually have a legit guy leading that franchise. And also too, Mahomes will be playing against his OG head coach from college too in that game too. So a lot of storylines in that one. So that'll be cool to see Mahomes and Jaden Daniels on Monday nights. That's the exciting game for me that I can't wait to watch.
Well, I tell you, for me, it's always Philly. It's always Philly. From a guy that played up there before, I understand what the culture is all about. I have a lot of friends that are still up there. I still get. I'm on the alumni list, right? So I get all the alumni stuff from Philadelphia and Kansas City. So for me, having friends and whatnot, it's always about Philadelphia. And then, of course, taking that L like we did in the Super Bowl, I think it's something that we got to swing first. And having them in Arrowhead, I think is probably one of the great things, right? Let's bring them over to our arena. Let's see how this thing is going to play out. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to decimate them immediately from the first time, all right? And they're still going to think, yeah, we beat them, pretty bad in the Super Bowl. It's going to be a little bit of this, but Andy's got a lot of history there, right? We know this. These two teams are locked in a lot of different ways, from players, from coaches, however you want to look at it. And so this is the second game of the season. This right here, everybody's going to be watching. They're going to see exactly how this game is going to play out. And guess what, man? We got some new fire for them jokers. We got some new fire. So I think, man, this is going to be a great game just to watch this. And it maybe play out how we're going to see in the Super Bowl. I'm thinking it's going to be another repeat between these two teams. So I think we got a little something for them for Philadelphia. But for me, it's definitely Philly, Marcus. Teja.
I do think it's interesting for a Super Bowl rematch to be the second game. Usually that they make that game the first game of the season. But I think it's cool that it's so early on in the season too, where like that loss, while everyone always says, oh, it's a different season, I'm not thinking about that anymore. That's the second game of the season. Those guys are still thinking about that game. They'll be thinking about it week 9, but the fact that it's week 2, it's so close to when it happened, that loss happened, that is going to be a high stakes game for a lot of the guys in the team. It's going to be a very personal game for a lot of the players.
1,000%.
That's why I'm actually glad that the Brazil game's week 1, because otherwise it'd be like a trap game where they're looking ahead to the Eagles. But since it's the Brazil game, it's so immersive in like a new environment, you kind of can't separate yourself from that and look ahead because it's so different in its own stage, and it's week 1, so you can't really get caught looking ahead to the rematch of the Super Bowl. So it's good that it works out that way.
100%. Mm-hmm. Teja, what is your game you are most excited for?
I knew someone was going to pick the Eagles, so I was like, you know what? I'll stay away from the Eagles. Someone's going to pick the Eagles here. I'm going with the Bills week 9 because whoever loses this game will probably win the rematch in the playoffs. So just keep that in mind. It's also right before the bye, which is right before pretty much the midway point. So we get it's a good time to fine tune, tighten up for the second half of the season. And then right before, like I said earlier, right before the trade deadline. So it's one last way to see how you measure up against most likely the team you're going to have to beat in a rematch to get into the Super Bowl.
Lost your Tage. Your sound
You
went
can't
out.
hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
yeah.
you. Now we can hear you now. Yeah, we lost for a second.
So you, okay. You didn't hear what I said?
The last part.
Yeah.
I said it's a good way to fine tune and see how you stack up and measure against a team that you're probably going to have to face again in the playoffs to get into the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Bills Chiefs games are always the games to watch. So it's obviously always circled on the calendar. And like I mentioned, that's one of the teams of the playoff teams are playing that we actually have to go on the road for that game. So that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I know I said the Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but I'll tell you what, the Commanders are a very intriguing team. Them jokers, man, had them on the ropes. They beat them once last year, matter of fact. And so
yeah, but that was a game where Hurst ended up leaving the game. They had Kenny Pickett in there.
Hey, man, so it's how it all shakes up, man. It happens. Sometimes it happens that way. A win's a win, baby. That's how it works. So I think Jaden Daniels, man, is a smooth operator. So smooth operator. So I think, man, he's got a good cast around him. Commander's going to be a hard team to beat, man, in that East.
Yeah.
So Dallas too, man. They, when they got pick-ins and all of that, we see how it's going to work out. You have to see. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, NFC East is always an interesting division to watch. They're like the I would say AFC West and AFC East are the most historical probably divisions I would say in the NFL, and those are always like the ones where they have, 4 teams that you can make a case for all of them at some point in NFL history, right? Not so much so in the recent years for AFC West, as far as like the Raiders in the last 20 years, being kind of a blip on the radar. Okay, so we will go to everyone's always got problems with the schedule and some concerns with the schedule. This year, I would say we talked about last year how the Chiefs had so many games in such a short amount of time that didn't have much time between games and whatnot. So they fixed that problem. There's not many short weeks for the Chiefs this year, so that's very good. We're not playing a game on a Saturday and playing a game on a Wednesday like last year, so that's great. But obviously there's those things they can improve on, right? They improved on the bye week last year. That was week 6, and now it's week 10, so they improved on that. But what did the schedule makers get wrong based on your assessment here? My only thing I would say here, based on my assessment, would be I don't like the fact that we are playing on right out the gate. We have to play in Brazil, and then we have to come back to the States to play Philadelphia, the team that is a lot of people say they're the number 1 team in the league, and you're coming from a big division game. We always get up for the division games. That's right away. It's a division game. So let's say we win that game. Nonetheless, though, you got to turn our efforts to go back to the U.S., back home at least, but to play the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's something I don't know. I mean, I guess we were going to have to play a game internationally at some point this year, but the fact that the following games, the Eagles, I'd rather it be the Giants, not the Eagles, but yeah, that's the one thing I would say I don't like is having to play such a crucial division game and then followed by the Eagles right out the gate. That I don't like necessarily.
I don't have a problem with the schedule at all, to be honest with you. I think, playing in Brazil, what you're doing is you're trying to capture, like you said, some of the world stage. You got enough time to come back and try to, recuperate, at least get ready for Philly. Because you play on that Friday night, they're getting everything together and probably leaving the very next day, Saturday or Sunday. They'll probably leave out on Sunday. And so you got Tuesday, the day off. So you got plenty of time. Plus, it's at the very beginning of the season, too. So everybody's still going to be having a spark and the energy. The worst thing you possibly do is maybe make it game 8 or 9 and then travel, right? After you done had some hits and stuff like that. You're still relatively fresh, from training camp. So I don't have a problem, issue with that. I think what Teja was saying earlier, it's better to have this international game, the very first game of the season, as opposed to having it later on down the road, man. I would hate to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be in your own bed, so.
And we'll say because of that, they took care of us and not giving us 2 straight road games all season. They definitely, looking at the schedule, they definitely kept the Brazil in mind, and they definitely kept last year's schedule of screwing us over in mind. They're like, all right, you know what? We put you guys to the ringer. Last year was planes, trains, and automobiles for you guys all season, so we'll make up for it. We'll make up for it.
Oh yeah.
Teja, JD didn't really find much flaws with the schedule this year. He gives if it was a grade show, you give the schedule makers I think an A+. JD.
Nah, you'd be going B+. We all know what he would do.
B on this.
Really B?
B.
Man, no complaints, but a B, huh?
No complaints, man. A B. I said, yeah, that's good, nice little. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys use 11.5 font, not 12.
No,
I'm not
saying this is a spectacular schedule. Oh my gosh! No, this is a B.
I mean, did I go home and tell my wife, "Hey, honey, you're gonna be amazed the schedule is here"? No, I didn't do that. What did they get wrong? I really don't have any complaints. I mean, it sucks. If I'm going to speak for the players, it sucks they have to play 2 home. I'll say that, and one of them is on the road. I would have liked, hey, if you're going to give us both holiday games, at least put us at friggin' home, dude. You know what I mean? Like, at least give us that. So, the 2 holidays sucks for them. It's great for us. It's good for us. But again, they didn't get back-to-back road games, no major short weeks, so they did make up for it a bit.
So you broke up for a little bit. So what was it was 2 back-to-back. What was your schedule? What was the thing you didn't like?
You didn't hear any of what I complained about?
Well, the initial thing you kind of like blacked out on. It lapsed.
Having to play on 2 holidays.
Having to play 2. Okay.
Yeah, that sucks, especially to be on the road. It's mostly for the players, not really for me as a fan. As me as a fan, I love it, but as a player, playing on the road in one holiday and at home in another one, that's kind of sucks for them.
Yeah, but it seems like Dallas. Dallas is the home team for all the Thanksgiving games, and then the Chiefs. It seems like we are like Clark Hunt apparently is pleading with the league to make us the Kansas City Christmas team. We're getting that home game, so.
I think we're the people everybody wants to see. We're the people everybody wants to see to lose.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and I hate that everybody. Sometimes you turn on games like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this or not. I'm like, watching the game? No, I'm not really watching. Who's winning?
Nah, we're degenerates, JD. We're gonna watch no matter what.
But I'm saying for the Chiefs, absolutely. For me, I'm not really interested in some of those games, but Dallas and Kansas City, absolutely. Sign me up.
Who are people going to root for? Because both those teams are hated.
They'll say they'll still root for Dallas. Man, America's team. So America's team, right?
Well, we know what they're going to build that. It's like the winner of this game is America's team, because everyone's saying the Chiefs are America's team now. That was Dallas's name for such a long time, but it's obvious over the last recent years, the Chiefs are America's team currently. So that will be the battle for America in that game on Thanksgiving.
America's team plays America's champ. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get Tom Brady on the call there. So don't fall asleep, everybody. Tom Brady will be calling that game. So don't fall asleep after your Thanksgiving lunch if you have food during that.
We get to hear that guy's a stud 25 times, man. I'm all in for that.
All right, so now we're going to get to the main event of the show. I think JD was either a game off last year or was right on it with his prediction last year. JD has his prediction covered up back there, so JD will be the main event for his to show his predictions here as we get into predictions. So Teja and I will go first with our predictions. I'll just start off here quickly, and then we'll get to Teja, and then we'll go to the main event. JD will get the full screen for the predictions. For my predictions, I have us going 14-3, and I didn't see what JD had. I saw what his record was. We had the same record, but I don't know if we have the same games. I don't know what games he chose. The games I have Week 9, Buffalo is our first loss at Buffalo. And obviously you guys know our history. The team that loses the regular season game wins the playoff game, which happens to be almost every time we play them. And so Week 9, I have that as the last game for the bye week. I think, 9 straight weeks of ball. I think the guys, it's going to be a hard-fought game. Buffalo squeezes it out at home. So whatever. That's fine. 8-1 at that point. I think we'll all be happy going to the bye 8-1. The following game that I have us losing. Now, this might be people might be, kind of thrown for a loop on this one. I have Indianapolis, week 12, losing to Indianapolis. That's a team that has, for many years, for whatever reason, be it Trent Green, be it, Alex Smith, be it Patrick Mahomes, this team has our number for whatever reason, how bad they are. They have Curtis Painter at quarterback, Andrew Luck at quarterback, Peyton Manning. It doesn't matter who they have. Jim Sorgi doesn't matter. This team will somehow pull out against us at some point. And I have us losing to week 12 to Indianapolis as a surpriser. And then the last one I have is week 18 against the Las Vegas Raiders. That will be a similar game to what our week 18 was last year, where Carson Wentz came out there and, didn't have the best of games. So yeah, I have week 18 as our team will rest that game and in hopes in getting ready for the playoffs. So yeah, week 9, week 12, and week 18, the Chiefs will go 14-3 on the regular season and be the #1 seed in the AFC. Tej, what do you got?
I was really conflicted between 11 or 12. I think we'll go 4-2 in the division. I don't know who we're going to lose to. I think we'll have 2 slip-ups in the division. Last year was the first year we didn't have any of those stupid losses against a bad team or a mediocre bad team. Last year was just a weird year. I wouldn't even use that as a measuring stick. Like all like the weird way that was the bingo card season. We had every which way you can come away with a victory was last season. But I do think we have maybe a slip up against a bad team. That's the 3rd loss. And then I'd say we lose Ravens. I'd say we lose the Bills again. And I'm so conflicted on the Eagles game. I think we come out hard for that one. I'd say the Eagles or the Lions. One of those 2 games we lose. So I'm going 11-6. And I think our over under is 11.5. So it's right there.
11-6. Interesting, Tish. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, according to the over unders at Vegas, that gets us a division by.
Mike Brent's calling you out for taking the under again. Mike Brent's calling you out for getting the under again. Taja's going to take the under again this year.
Dude. The way last year went, I was almost over by like 5 games. We won like 6 games by blocked field goals, an inch on a shoestring, and about 5 penalties. Okay, so
yeah, 11-6. I'm not seeing that, but all right. So JD, you're unveiling now.
Yeah, man. Let me see what we got here.
That's what Vegas has.
Yeah,
Vegas has 11-6.
Well, they have us last year. 12. I think it was 12.5 last year. So, and we went over that.
It was 11-2. So here we go for my reveal, baby. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. There we go. 14-3. That's what I got us, man. 14-3. Can you see that? Got the whole schedule. What we're looking at. So 14-3. So I can stand up here since I got the whole board, right? So I think our first loss will come actually first week number 4 against the Ravens. The Ravens have gotten a lot better. This also builds up suspense, right? Because the Ravens beat us, then they be thinking, "Oh man, the Chiefs are are they for real? Are they pretenders again?" That's what they're gonna be saying. So I got the Ravens probably beating us the first week 4. I'm gonna go actually to week number 11, KC at Denver after the bye. I think we lose after the bye. I think KC will beat the Bills. Kind of putting us back on the map like we are serious. Bye, we're going to have a nice little time. Come back to Denver. I think we dropped that game. I think Denver's going to beat us once this year like they did last year. So they read up with a number of guys. I think they'll be ready for us coming off the bye. So Denver is the other guy. The third one, and this is actually a question mark on this one. My question mark was actually the Commanders. Week 8 was talking about the silky smooth Jaden Daniels. And so what he's going to be able to bring to the table, very talented quarterback. I like him a lot. They got some talented guys. And so he's a slippery dude. He's very talented. But I do see Ravens, possibly Commanders, and Broncos first game. That's what I have, 14-3. Other than that, I think we take a task on everybody for who we're going to beat from that point on, man. I don't think anybody else can hang with us. So, oh, shoot. Dang, spilled my water. So, that's it. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. 14-3, I think is where we're going to end up at. So, like I said, if we're doing this type of revenge tour, if this is what this thing's going to look like, I do believe it can't be anything less than that. So, Denver for sure, Ravens, I do believe that. The Commanders, the question mark, but I think they might get us. So, that's what we got.
I like your 14-3. I'm lockstep with you. I was thinking about the Denver game, but I went with the game before the bye being Buffalo instead of coming out instead of the game following the bye. Just preparation. I feel like we lose that Buffalo game. I feel like we're gonna on top of the bye week, we're gonna be pissed off that we lost to Buffalo, and then you come out hard against Denver. So that was where I was kind of leaning towards a little bit. I was like, no, I feel like we lose the game before the bye and then win that game following the bye. But we'll see.
Yeah, and that's what mine is. Kind of opposite of that. I think we're gonna fight real hard against Buffalo, right? And it's like, hey, beat them jokers, go on the bye, feeling really good, come back, and it's just like lull and man, we let Denver beat us. So, they're pushing to be relevant. They really are. So, they got a couple of guys, man, especially in this draft, that's gonna be able to help them out.
Yeah. Teja, any thoughts on JD's big time reveal?
No, I agree with 2 out of the 3. I think we'll lose one at Denver, and we'll lose another division game. I don't know about the Commanders one, but that's just a wild card game, We'll see. Jane Daniels, let's see if he takes a step back with a year of defensive coordinators watching film on him. It was the second year was really hard for CJ Stroud. Let's see if it's the same for Daniels.
It's very true. A lot of people are saying the same things about Stroud being the next guy, and then he had a kind of a rough season last year. So,
yeah. I mean, Stroud statistically in a lot of passing statistics actually had a better season than Daniels did in his rookie year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Who did I'm trying to think, who did they sure, they got Debo Samuels is over there now.
Yep.
Okay. They got a good running game. They got your, the offensive tackle from the Texans. So, Scary Terry. So they got talent, man. They got guys around them. Sure, they still got old Ertz kind of doing this thing. Didn't they get another tight end? Didn't they get another tight end in the draft? If I'm not mistaken.
No, well, they drafted a dude last year, the guy from Kansas State. That was their tight end from last year, the second round pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ben Sinnott.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, they should be poised. For another year. They were kind of a shocker of last year's, but to play them on Monday night, interesting game. Gonna be a fun watch. But yeah, 1 year. JD, you've talked about it a lot. 1 year of film is a lot of film for a defensive coordinator to kind of scour through and study. So it'll be interesting to see how a sophomore year affects him.
Yeah, the difference between him and Stroud though is he's a much more effective runner. He's like sneak fast and good and like getting away from guys, and that's a big difference between him and Stroud. So
Yeah, they have actually they had some pieces on offense. I mean, obviously they have their McLaurin, Debo, but they also brought in KJ Osborne, Noah Brown. I mean, they rounded out the receiver room pretty good.
Yeah. You got
Gallup.
to get backs.
Gallup too. Yeah, I mean, they have some guys there. I mean, those are solid like number 3 receivers, and they have like 3 of them. So yeah, well, it'll be interesting, but yeah, it's seeing the schedule, guys. It feels like a new season's finally here. I'm still like I've been telling you guys, I still get comments from Eagles fans from our pre-Super Bowl episodes talking about how they dominate us. All right, guys, 2025 is here now. Let's focus on the season. Let's get your mind going on the season, guys. Why are you watching stuff from 5 months ago now? But the season is here now. Seeing the 2025 schedule. It's a reality now. The season is among us. And yeah, today was a big day and the first step into reclaiming the throne for our Kansas City Chiefs. So.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Hippie? Hippie Cypriot. No, that's good.
Oh, we lost Teja.
Lost Teja?
Yeah. He froze up there. But nonetheless, guys, we hope you enjoyed the episode. I've seen some people coming in now. About Time just came in. If you are just joining us now, please go to the beginning of the episode where we interview new Chiefs wide receiver Jimmy Holiday from La Tech, coming on here to talk about his time in Kansas City so far and what he intends on bringing to the team. So a very good interview. Great kid, class personified, and we're lucky to have him in Kansas City. And then, of course, we break down the entire 2025 schedule. So an action-packed show. If you missed it, rewind this puppy and watch the thing from the jump.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to be a good one. You know what? I'm really looking forward to the battle in camp, Marcus. We got some really good guys. He's another one of them that might be able to make some noise. And so even in this whole thing, how's it all going to play out as far as the depth chart? So. Somebody was also talking about the offensive line as well. So that's going to be another good one. Offensive line, secondary, our new guys on the defensive line. It's going to be fun to see. It's going to be fun to watch, brother. Somebody said, who was preseason games? Who's the preseason games that we have?
Preseason games are week 1, Arizona at Arizona, week 2 at Seattle, week 3 hosting Chicago.
Ooh, okay.
NFC West showdowns.
Yeah. Nice.
I like Seattle. Seattle week 2, like that's week 2 is at the showcase for more of the starters. That's a pretty solid team to do that against, a team that's kind of in a rebuild mode. So yeah, it's a good team to get our starters, get some looks at.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Chi-Town is going to be another one. Pretty decent, great warm-up games. Yeah, Stanley, I agree with you. 3 good ones. So yeah, man, I hope everybody had a great time. Our primary goal is make sure everybody comes out here and has a wonderful experience. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Look at the schedule, see what you think. Here's JD's, mine 14-3. I think the Ravens, Commanders, and Broncos will be a little lucky to beat us. But that's where I'm looking at possibly forward. Marcus, you said 14-3 also, right? And who was your 3 losses to that you
Buffalo, Indianapolis, and the Raiders at the end of the season.
Okay, Raiders at the end of the season. Okay. All right. And Teja had us losing 8 games.
11-6.
11-6. Teja, love you. I don't know where he's at. He's coming back or not, man.
Yeah, he was having some phone difficulties there.
Okay. Linda Hunter said Gray shows you 12 wins. We'll definitely do at least 12. At the very least 12 for sure. So
yeah, they definitely hooked us up with the tougher games being at home. So at least we got some of the tougher games we're going to be playing at home, which is nice to have the Arrowhead crowd effect get us some dubs.
Yeah, for sure. They're gonna get excited, man. That's some really home games, really good ones. So it says Philly, Baltimore, Detroit. The Vegas, Washington, man, Indianapolis. It's going to be that Denver game is this weekend. My birthday. I was hoping he had somebody. Houston, okay, Chargers, Denver. So yeah,
Seven primetime games is the most ever. First team to ever have that many primetime games in a season.
really? No. Oh. Okay. Well, we deserve it.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I mean,
You're
there's a reason why they put us all on TV. We get the views.
Yeah. True. If you're a fan of the Chiefs, you're gonna love it. You're gonna hate the Chiefs, you're gonna show up to see us get beat. Okay. And you're gonna complain about Taylor Swift and all those other things and all the rest of cheating. You just want to come and see and hate on the Chiefs. That's what the trolls gonna come do. They just want to come see us fall. All right. And guess what, Marcus? We're gonna disappoint them. We're gonna disappoint all the jokers that's against us. So other than that, man, it was a good time, good show, really good show. So,
Yes, sir. And we are working on getting some other players on the team to come on the show. I'll just give you a hint. We've reached out to, or we're talking to Eli Mitchell's people, so a new Chiefs running back will potentially be on the show in the next few weeks, and as well as Janarius Robinson, who we looked at his tape a couple weeks ago for a new defensive end from the Raiders. So we are in touch with both those people, and they will be probably coming on here within the next few weeks. So, guys, we're bringing you all the guests. We're giving a little mix of a little bit of different types of spices, and we're cooking it up some good stuff for you for this off season, like we promised you. So,
yeah, y'all just hang loose, man. We're bringing it all to you. So I hope y'all enjoy every bit of it. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna say bye to everybody out here on the chat tonight. Rick Hendrickson, Sasha, Witchy Hall. Appreciate each and every one of you coming out, showing out, giving us your input on everything, seeing what the Chiefs going to do, how they're going to end it, finish up the season. But like Marcus said, we had a great guest earlier. So everybody, y'all stay tuned. We will see y'all next week, next Monday. So Stanley Mooney, good seeing you, G Pick. Gary Holland, go for KC forever. Linda Hunter, said it's Stanley Mooney. About time. What's going down? About time. Mike Brennan, Demetrio Spence, appreciate you, brother. Hippie Cypriot, Laura Zingzer, Amder Brown, good seeing you as well, my brother. Who else we got in here? Teron Young, I see Teron fall through. Good to see you. Sasha, I think I already said your name. I'll say it again. Justin DeWay, Justin. I think any new QB will bet on this down now. Okay, yeah. Well, we're going to be doing our homework and trying to see who we, when we go over this. Chief for 65 point, the barbershop, what's going down, man? I got us going 12-5 only because teams have gotten better. Not to say we haven't. Our O-line has a lot to do with it. It does. We got better, though, on that barbershop, so we get there. Beach 303, baby, good to see you, man. Nana Sherry, hope you had a wonderful birthday, Nana Sherry, on the other day. Andre Chenault, appreciate it, 14-3, right with us, my brother. Right with us. And so who else we got in here? Let's see. Nice little show, man. Nice little show. Sid McBride, good to see you. Game December 21st and December 25th. Yep. Hey, got to do it. Maria DeJarnes. How about this schedule? Schedule 8. Starting the books. We ready. We are ready. They are waiting to come hit these jokers in the mouth. We are there for each and every one of them for that. So, let's see who else we got for it. Gio Perry, 14-3. I love it. I see a lot of these 14-3s. I don't see nobody going under 12 except Teja and somebody else. Was somebody else in here saying that?
Yeah, Teja was definitely the lowest of the night from all the comments I've seen.
But he's betting like a better. He's going with the Vegas. That's what he's doing. So, Jeremiah de Muertos. Good to see I live 51 miles from Mile High. I love it when the Donkeys fans cry. We're going to see a lot of it, man. We're going to see a lot of it this year. So they're going to try to come for us. But we got something for Jeremiah. Who else we got? Also in here, I see the Monte Green Beans. Java Marilu. Vamos, Jefes. Oh. Never heard that name before. Good to see you, man. Glad you came in here. Who else we got in here? Marcus? Pona Kawhi came in here. I'm honestly not too confident about this season, the way we got humiliated in the Super Bowl. Polo, that's why you should have a little confidence now, baby. Look, we can't stand for that. We got embarrassed. That's not going to happen again. That is not going to happen again. I guarantee those guys are coming in. They are about business, is what they are about, Pono. So, hey, they embarrassed us once. Ain't going to happen again, brother. Chief Fan 211, good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. Let me see. Who else we got in here? Marcus. So that was from Boomerang. Nobody sent Marcus the Boomerang video.
Yep.
Sitting at the table with John Witherspoon doing the bang bang and all of that. But it was Eartha Kitt that was saying that. Eartha Kitt, who was Catwoman back in the day.
Okay.
She was the one that's saying it to him. Marcus to Eddie Murphy. Great movie. You never seen Boomerang? Go check that out. Great movie.
Yeah, that's my movie of the weekend.
Okay. You'll get a kick out of it, man. Funny. Some heavy hitters in that too.
Yeah, great cast. That was the one thing that stood out to me.
Yeah. So it was funny people. Let me see. Grace Jones. Grace Jones, man. The dude that played, I'm thinking of the movie about it too. The guy that played in he played like the butler in Annie. Like
The original?
Yeah, I want to say the original, whenever the 80s. I don't know if that's not the original. I think it's the original. But Daniel Treptow, good to see you, my brother. Gelati, I believe, I butchered his name, would be a legendary guest. All these CC guests are awesome to get there. Thanks, guys, for doing it. Oh, man. We actually he reached back out to us. He was like, man, I'd love to come on the show. So we're going to get him on there. Schedule's crazy for these guys right now, okay? So that's why we appreciate them coming on the show, saying what's up, especially now when you have the mini camps that's going to be coming in, OTAs. That can be a whirlwind. So we totally understand that. Yeah.
I especially appreciate the rookie minicamp guys like Major Williams and Jimmy Holiday, because I mean all the rookies have a lot of busy schedules, but like these guys are like, they've been going from weekend to weekend, trying to make a team, and they make a team. They're rushing OTAs right after their tryouts and stuff. So like, yeah, kudos to those guys for coming on the show, given all their things that are going on for them. So
yeah, absolutely. So Kelly was in here. Laura Frost was in here as well. Let me see who else we got. Delilah Seguero was in here as well. Good to see that. Listen, I think, man, we almost there to the end. Marcus, we got there. So the music came. And Nathaniel Walker was in. I know you said him earlier. So try to give him a little shout out too. I think that's it. That would be all. So
Jeffrey Holder's the guy, JD. He was always the guy on the old 7-Up commercials. Never had it, never will.
Look at Adam Brown coming up with it, baby. Yes, sir.
Pop culture. He knows his pop culture.
Yes, he does. Jeffrey Holder. Yeah. So, all right, man. Listen, hey, Joe E's in here. I seen you, Joe E, coming through, man. So glad you came and said hi. Listen, y'all take care. God bless. Treat everybody like you're supposed to treat them. Listen, we will take care. Y'all take care. Marcus, my brother, love you. Love Tage. We'll see him. I think he's still trying to get himself back together, man. But it was always good to see Tage come out here and give a little bit of his expertise on this thing, too.
Yeah, hopefully he's on his laptop next time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to him about that.
All right, man. Y'all take care. Listen, God bless. We will see y'all next week. Y'all be good. Let's go, baby. We will see y'all, okay?
Take it easy, brother. I hope everyone has a good weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.